Calls are mounting for the government to reopen Eskom's Komati power station in Middelburg, Mpumalanga. The Young Communist League led a march with community members to hand over a memorandum of grievances to Electricity Minister Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa. Leaders of the march say the closure of Komati plant has affected locals as some have lost their jobs and businesses. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela has the details.
Leaders of the Young Communist League led a march to the decommissioned Komati power station in Middelburg. The march is aimed at putting pressure on the government to reopen the power plant,
which is not explained very well to the people and which is not just to the community and against the working class. We see the government implementing a lot of decisions which are very brutal towards the working class. So this is one of those decisions. This community here, it is going to be turned to be a ghost town now. More than 2,000 people have lost jobs. Parents who were selling here and feeding their own children, taxi people who were busy working together with the power station, and some of the mines that were feeding the power station have already been closed.
The closure of coal-fired power station is a misled decision. It's a misled decision. The so-called just energy transition does not exist. It's just an imperialist agenda to come and undermine our economy so as the ANC can lose support, so as the people can lose jobs, end of the day the ANC can be taken out of power. There's nothing like just energy transition, Comrade Dispute. And we're not saying this because we undermine climate change. We understand climate change.
The march was joined by disgruntled members of the community and former employees who've been affected by the closure of the power plant.
I have 3 children. Most of us were working here as parents, and our children have to understand the adjustment that we had to downgrade our lifestyles in such a way that some of us has depressions and some of us are some of our brothers and sisters are now involved in bad things.
Over our power station, Komati power station, sapathaga kakhulu, aphathaka kabi kakhulu, azange aba mnandi. Aphanchini manje ngoba umsebenzi manje awukho. Umsebenzi. And ngale march le ebekhona isijabulisa kakhulu ngokuthi siba nethemba ukuthi maybe i-power station izobila esimeni sayo.
A memorandum of grievances was handed over to the Minister of Electricity, Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa.
Whatever actions we are taking must not undermine or dilute the potential of our resources here in the country. The exploitation of our resources, including coal, gas, must be part of the totality of the responses as we decarbonize. We must not collapse the economy of Mpumalanga. We must not collapse the economy of Komati. We must ensure that all of our actions are such that we are able to empower these communities and ensure that we achieve universal access.
The Minister of Electricity, Kgosientsho Ramokgopa, has promised to give a comprehensive response on the memorandum of grievances within 14 days. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mweli Masilela at the Komati power station in Middelburg, Mpumalanga.